Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network. We're back once again for what is the final round of the season. It is the final round of the season in the Top Speed Racing League here on the Global Racing Network. It's round 10 and it comes from a very gloomy Spa-Francorchamps circuit as the countdown is underway. The one-shot qualifying followed by 25% race is about to get underway. As we wait for the countdown to begin, only a few drivers for tonight, but we should have a decent-ish race. It's only an 11-lap race, so it isn't long to go as we are underway for qualifying, and a few drivers already fluctuating positions. Kylo is up into the front. A couple of guys running some special liveries this evening, Kylo being one of them. We've been used to him seeing that all blacked out livery for most of the season. He's decided to opt out of that for this race. The FF's running a little bit of a special livery as well. Tom has gone with his traditional blue and black. Ian Ballin has changed his slightly as well. Has gone with a red and black finish. AHES, I think, has gone the same. He has, and Mighty League's running a slightly different livery as well. But all the times looking fairly bunched up at the minute. It's Ballin leading the way. Haig not behind him. Tom Go Prof has had an incident. And so has Just Moman, more crucially as well. So two championship protagonists have gone in the early stages. As it crosses the line, and it's Ballin on pole position. Then we're 1:43.3. Haig's alongside him in second place. EFF has qualified in third, which isn't a bad qualifying for him, to be fair. He's been normally quite far down the field. Mighty League having his best qualifying in the Top Speed Racing League is P4. AHES is P5. May is down in P6. Kylo's P7. Josh also down the order after being disqualified. I think he had a track limit in violation on his lap. He's 8th. And Tom Go Prof and Just Moman at the back after crashing out. So guys, stay tuned and we'll be back shortly for the race. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network. The formation lap for the Belgium Grand Prix is underway. Ian Ballin leads us off. We have had a late arrival to the party and that is Colin Sol, who has turned up very last minute, to say the least. He didn't say he was coming originally, so we have got 11 drivers on the grid instead of the 10 that we had in qualifying. Like I say, it should be a pretty quick race. 25% distance, 11 laps of the Spa-Francorchamps circuit to do this evening. It'll be interesting to see how we get on. I've been racing Haig, currently starting P2 alongside Balin, and to be honest, Haig, I've been teammates with him in some TSRL races on a Monday, and he's been pretty quick recently, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on this evening. EFF having another good qualified session. Starts P3 on the grid. Mighty League having his best qualifying in the Top Speed Racing League. He starts in from 4th place. AHES is just behind him in 5th. May is a little bit down the order in 6th position. Kylo is in 7th. Josh Jess Gaming is P8. Tomgo Prof, the championship leader, is starting P9 today. On a day where he could win the championship, just Momad is P10, and Colin, like I say, after joining late, is at the back in P11. So the car's weaving around, and we're going to be ready to go here. What will be, like I say, round number 10 of the Top Speed Racing League here on the Global Racing Network. The cars just slot into position then, and that is Balin's look down towards turn 1. It is a very, very short pit straight here at Spa-Francorchamps, and you've got to get a good exit off the line if you're going to have a chance. As the final cars slot into position at the back then. And like I say, we will be ready to go. Who is going to get the better getaway? That is going to be the question. We go to 5 red lights here in Belgium. It's the final round of the season, and it's lights out, and away we go. And it's a good getaway from Balin. Who's that off in the background? That is Tomgo Prof off the road. Balin leads into turn 1. They just about get around La Source pretty easily as they made their way down to Eau Rouge for the first time. It looks like there may have been an incident at the back involving Mighty League. He has slotted well down the order, to say the least. As they made their way around the front straight, but Haig is going to go side by side with Balin. This is going into Lake Cornwall. Haig try and make a move. Round the outside. Wheel banging between the two of them. They just about live to fight another day. But that was very, very interesting early on. We have lost a car already. And Tomgo Prof is out already, is the answer. The main championship leader. Now, I don't know what that is going to do to the championship fight, because the only other man who can really challenge is just Moman. Oh, apologies, Tom. Is it? Oh, and Haig has a huge spin on the curb. Loses the rear end of the car. I was just saying he had a really good start to the race, and he's lost it in the early stages, unfortunately. Tom is back in the session, so he is still racing as it stands, but he's currently outside the points. Zion Balin leads them up the hill once again. EFF going defensive. Josh Jess Gaming is up to P3 from P8 at the start of this race. It's been a great opening lap from him. It looks like all the carnage has been unfolded around him. This is a good little freeway battle. Colin's going to try and fight his way through as well. Muscle his way past into the bus stop. Contact between Kylo and Josh. Josh is still there though, hangs on, has to concede the position to Colin. On board with just Moman, who's behind this little scrap. And they're just about all staying alive. Really good racing between these lot. Mighty League and Kylo are into the pit lane, so I think they were involved in the dramas on lap 1, and so is May as well. And Josh has just picked up the first penalty of the race, 3-second time penalty for track limits at Eau Rouge. And Colin's going to have a look down the inside of EFF. This could get tight between the two of them. EFF is barged out the way and Colin comes flying through. Great start from Colin up to P11, up to P2, sorry, from P11. Really good start to the race for him, but EFF has got a little bit of an issue here of potentially going backwards. He's got Josh Chess Gaming and Just Moman directly behind. Just Moman, one of the main championship protagonists today. Kylo has had an incident at Eau Rouge. Is that going to bring out a safety car or anything? I think he's had some contact with Mighty League. But he is out of the race. It doesn't look like there is going to be anything of it. Josh Chess Gaming is out. EFF is out. They've had an incident. And that is down the bottom section of the track, and that has brought out a safety car. So now is anybody going to come in to try and get onto some fresh tyres? You can kind of see something was going to happen there with how close everybody was. Ballin in expectedly. Colin will also be in. Just Moman on the medium tyre is staying out. That was kind of expected, really. So he will jump to the front. AS is in. Mail almost certainly be in. But Just Moman will catch up to the safety car, which is the Mercedes-Benz safety car this evening. He catches up, and who is in the main championship fight takes the lead of the race. That is the crucial thing here. Tom is currently down in P8. I'm just going to have a look at the championship standings to see where this leaves us all, because this championship is far from over and done with. I'm just looking. So yes, Just Moman needs to win, and Tom needs to finish outside of the points, which is almost it is impossible now, to say the least, because we've lost 3 drivers already. So Tom will score points regardless. So that, as long as Tom finishes the race, it will make him world champion regardless of TSRL. Which is the most crucial thing. So Just Moman needs Tom to have some form of serious incident or something along them lines to have a chance in this race. As guys, as always, during the safety car period, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back shortly for the restart. Welcome back, guys, to the Global Racing Network. The safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, and Just Moman is already backing them up as much as he physically can all the way down. Unfortunately, just during that safety car period, we have lost another driver. We lost Hess due to coming out of the pit lane and having an accident, unfortunately, which is really unfortunate for him. So he is the 4th retirement of this race. As wait to see when Just Moman is gonna go. The answer is not yet. He's backing them up and he's gone at very last minute indeed. We are underway once again here at Spa, and he does get the jump, but Iron Balance sends it down the inside. Just Moman goes really deep, and Just Moman spins and has a huge accident on the inside. He's taken Haig with him as well, and that is them two out of the equation, unfortunately. Very big crash at the source, and it leaves us with 5. And now, because of that, it definitely 100%, regardless of what else happens, Tomgo Prof is going to be the champion of TSRL Season 1. Because even if he doesn't finish the race, nobody else has scored points around him. So that is it, over and done with, as Tomgo Prof still trying to make a few positions. Mighty League is defending as much as he can. Balin is starting to pull a gap to this group though, so they don't want to be scrapping too much to these. But Mighty League could be on for one of his best finishes here in TSRL. With everything going on, Tomgo Prof and Colin go very wide in the background. You saw Tom's car kick out and Colin run all over the curb. This is bringing them back into play very quickly. As Balin sets the fastest lap of the race, and Tom senses his chance on Mighty League into the La Source hairpin. They're still side by side, but Mighty League has hung it round the outside. That's a really good move, is that. On board with Colin, who's trying to chase after this group. Tom's lost a bit of momentum, has to go off the road. Almost going to go 3 wide down the Kebble Straight. This could get hairy. Mighty League on the outside, Colin down the middle, Tom on the inside. The 3 abreast going into Lacombe. They're just about keep it clean between the 2 of them. Mighty League has lost 2 positions because of it though, on their medium tyres. But it's left with Colin and Tom to fight it out. Iron Balin is just running away in the distance with this race. May not far off this group either if these lot keep on scrapping. And Colin spins! Coming through, touches the curb on the inside, which is an absolute no-no round here. He might lose the position to May as well, and he does indeed. So Colin is out of the equation. That's brought Mighty League back up into 3rd. As they make their way down towards the chicane, and still quite a lot of action. Colin has got past May for 4th place. Will May try and fight it back into the bus stop? Will he have a lunge up the inside? He's a bit too far back on that occasion to make a move, as we head on to lap 7 of this Belgium Grand Prix. Mighty League is struggling to keep up with Tommy. Has a wobble coming through. Raddy on there. Just about keeps it in a straight line. He's going to have lost a bit of time to Tom though because of that. Realistically, Mighty League just needs to keep it on the island, and he might have his first podium in TSRL and his best ever finish. As Palin just continues to run away at the front. Tom GoProf is trying to close the gap as much as he can, on board with him. He's actually broken away from Mighty League a little bit. There is Balin up the road in the background. There's about a corner or two separating the two of them. So like I say, this is not said and done with for Tom GoProf. If he wants to win this race, his championship, regardless of whether he finishes or not, is in the bag officially. So he can just enjoy these next 3 or 4 laps, knowing that he's had a very good season. He's just actually set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on them medium tyres, 1:45. And he is closing to Balin. He's taking a few tenths a lap out of him. As down the Kemmel Straight, once again looking back on Tom GoProf. Who is actually out of ERS pretty much. He was coming down the straight there, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can get anywhere near. On board with Balin, what's he like for ERS? The answer is he's got plenty. He's got over 50% there, so if Tom does get anywhere near him, it might be a tough ask for Tom to defend, to attack, and if he does get past, defend as well. Tom is still taking time out of Balin here. Gap just over 2 seconds. And it looks a lot closer now than what it did a few laps ago. Tom has brought the gap down to just over 2 seconds, which is quite a good achievement really in one lap. Again, he's taken another 3 tenths out of Iron Balin on that lap. And Tom has a little bit of a half spin there. Just about keeps it on the island. A little bit of a sketchy moment. And he gets a 3-second penalty. Where is that leaving everybody with penalties? Because they could come into effect. Mighty League has 5, May has 3, Colin has 6, Tom has 3. So even if Tom does get past Balin, it could be a big ask to try and get to the end, try and pull away a 3-second gap in a matter of a lap or so if he does catch him up. Meanwhile, at the back, Colin and May are going side by side, and May gives way and gives the position to Colin fairly easily. Colin up to 4th place again. He has just pitted Colin, interestingly, on to a set of soft tyres, which means I think he would have done a 2-stop race now. He's done a 3-stopper, wow, okay. So, That is interesting. So Colin has done 3 stops in this race and is still in 4th place. I don't know how he's managed that one. Back at the front, Tom has actually lost a bit of time to Balin on the previous lap. I wonder if Balin is starting to use a bit of overtake. Tom, sorry, has a wobble there. Runs all over the curb. Tom is actually starting to close a little bit again on Balin. I think Balin may have had a mistake in that middle sector. The gap is now under 2 seconds. And surely not. Is that what I'm seeing on my screen? It is indeed. We have got rain, ladies and gentlemen, in the final lap of the race, which Iron Balin is currently leading, and it looks like we may get a bit of rain thrown into the mix. Is it going to absolutely wallop it down? The answer to that is yes, and Tom has just had a bit of a slip there because of it. Oh my goodness me, this could be a Sochi from last season in real life F1. It is absolutely lashing it down out there. I can't believe this. On the last lap of the final race of the season, we get rain on the last lap. DRS is disabled. It is absolutely treacherous out there. Is Balin going to be able to keep it on the island? Tom is falling away. Gap is now 3 seconds. Who is going to be able to master these conditions? This could be spell trouble for Mighty League as well. He is very much struggling out there. I've never seen anything like it. In the 2 years that I've been commentating on Formula 1 league races, I have not seen anything like this. I've never seen rain on the final lap ever, and rain as heavy as this. They could have all tried to go to the end of the race and then just whacked on a set of wets at the end. It is treacherous. Tom is all over the place out there, but it looks like at the minute it's going to go the way of that man, Iron Balin, who just needs to keep it on the island really as much as he can into the bus stop chicane. My goodness me, he can't even stop it going into there. But Iron Balin comes around the final corner and he wins round number 10 of the Top Speed Racing League. He wins the Belgium Grand Prix. But that man right there, Tom Goprof, wheel spins across the line. He comes home for 2nd place and is champion of the world in TSRL Season 1. He is our champion, is Tom Goprof. Congratulations to him. And well done to everybody else who put up a fight with him this season as well. Mighty League comes home for 3rd place. That's his best finish in TSRL this season. Colin has just spun it on the final corner. Very much unfortunately, he needs to get himself in a straight line. It just shows how treacherous it became out there on that last lap of the race. Colin comes home for P4. And May is going to crawl home for his best finish in TSRL. He is going to come home for 5th place. What an end to that race. What an end to the season that was as well. Really good race. Tom Goprof gets driver of the day deservedly. He is our new world champion, as I said. And there's that man on the podium, Ian Ballin, who did push him this year, so far this season as well. He just wasn't quite meant to be. So Ian Ballin stands on the top step of the podium. He did join us halfway through the season, but he sprays the champagne. Tom Go Prof, like I say, is the world champion. And that is the end of that. Guys, thanks very much for watching. And we will see you in Season 2, which will begin in 3 weeks' time. Take care and see you soon.